Alright guys, no need to wonder where your God is, because your God is right here. How you guys doing? Good. Thought y'all I bet y'all thought I wasn't gonna post for like another year, okay? No, I'm here, I'm back, and I say this for real, but I feel like I'm still gonna have some non-believers because it's reasonable. Alright, anyways, today we're doing What If Deku Had Omniscient Reading Part 2. And you know what? In 2 days you'll have your memo. I forgot what part it is, but what if Memo was Naruto's brother? Because, oh no, what if he replaced Naruto? I don't remember which one I did. I'm gonna go back and watch my own videos, shut up, and see where we're at so I can make that new part for y'all because y'all really like that and I keep promising to give it to y'all and I never actually do. So, hey, that's what we're here. Alright. Regardless. Oh yeah, we're here. So we left off on Deku going to the entrance exams. Now, what I think would happen in the entrance exams is it would differ from canon, obviously, because it's a what if, but also it would differ from most players' suggestions. Since Deku has omniscient reading, dude is obviously first one done with the test because he's watched the protagonist go through these tests and he knows what the protagonist scored on this test after, you know what I'm saying, he did it. So now he knows, okay, so the answers are this. And he goes through it in a split second, making him seem like the smartest person ever, which he is top, I want to say top 5 smartest in the actually, I think he is the smartest in 1A. He's definitely the smartest in 1A and UA. I don't think that by far. Regardless, okay, so once we get done with the reading portion, then he starts explaining the whole robot, practical exams and whatnot. Now, being Midoriya, he would already know, and he'd be like, well, can I go wait outside since I pretty much understand everything? And then President Mike's like, oh, really? And he takes a robot out, like, you know, like he puts a picture of one of the robots on the screen. So what is this? That he'd be like, that is a zero pointer. He's like, okay, kid, you did your research. You could go wait by the gate. So Midoriya's outside waiting by the gate. Can we also talk about Midoriya having omniscient reading? Is like, he would work to improve himself so he can live up to main character status, right? So he's taller, his shoulders are broader, you know what I'm saying? He got a bit more muscle on him. And I want to say, I think I already said this, but his hair is darker, his voice is deeper, whole different person. Yeah, actually, now I remember saying that. Yeah, okay, yeah. His hair is darker, he's a whole different person. And he's like, well, can I just go wait outside? You know, the whole interaction goes down pretty much the same as I said it. Just imagine Midoriya looking like, I don't know if I could find an image of him looking like that. I'll try to put it up. Guys, don't depend on me putting that image up. But if I do, it should be up right about now, right? Alright, let's continue. So, he's waiting by the gate, doing his little stretch thingies. And this time, it's Uraraka going over to say hi to Deku. Because I didn't mention this in the beginning because I totally forgot about this interaction. Deku still does trip over the rug. Having omniscient reading, okay, because here's the thing. Because since Bakugo, because he's the main character in the thingy, in the novel or whatever, since he didn't trip over the rock, Midoriya would never know the rock is there. So, like, because if that wasn't like an event in it, he wouldn't know it. It's like, because it's still in the real world. Everything in the comic is based on the real world, true. But all the characters and stuff is what engaged him into that world of the comic, right? So he would know that he would not know that the rock is there. He would still trip, and Otaku would, you know, like float him. Or no, she'd catch him, and he was like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't ask permission to use your record camera." And he's gonna be like, "Oh, nice," and she's like, "No problem." You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, and then when he would stand up, he'd be like, you know what, thank you, I appreciate it. He would, you know, pat her head, you know what I'm saying? And then he's like, you must be oh, chocolate little rocket. And he's like, and then she's like, wait, how do you know my name? I do my research. I know pretty much every candidate here. Since I'm not the strongest, I'm saying I have to do research on how to like beat certain things, right? Then we jump beat certain people. My fault. We jump back into where he's in front of the gate. Uraraka is gonna go say hi because she never did get his name. But then Ida would stop her, telling her, "Oh, don't disturb him. He's focused and blah blah blah." And then Midori would see this and walk over and be like, "Hey," and it's like, and then Ida's like, "Oh, never mind then," because he just completely undermined what he was standing for. And so he would go to talk to Uraraka, biggest smile on his face. He's like the happiest motherfucker. He's smiling and shit. And so, he's exchanging, like they're conversating. And then he's like, oh, you don't know my name. And when he tells her, he's like, this isn't Midoriya. I heard about you, but weren't you like notorious for being quirkless? And he's like, well, I was just a late bloomer. As in his mind, he would laugh at the fact that he said late bloomer and not that he has isekai powers. Regardless, right? He would get ready and, you know what I'm saying? No. Okay, so this is actually what's going to happen. Is that I'm going to steal a little page from Zethers' book because, yeah, love that guy, regardless. So, Midoriya, I don't know if I said he got one for all in this Canyon version. I think I did. I'm pretty fucking sure I did, right? And so, when everyone's getting ready, Midoriya just jump over the fucking gate. He just clear it. Like one leap, boom. Because you gotta think about it, the gate really isn't that big. Like, it's big, but it's not like... That door is no more than 3 stories tall, right? And I'm not saying, oh, Midoriya can jump as high as All Might. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying he can jump at least 3 stories. So he jumps over the gate, and they're like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, he's cheating. And then President Mike's like, heroes aren't told when to go. So you guys should follow in his footsteps. But before anyone could, he would say, alright, go. And now everyone's killing the robots. Of course, Midoriya is being he's in the lead, of course. And so he's like, he knows all the movements of like the robots and shit because of his other skill. What is it? I forgot what the skill is called. Isn't it like fourth wall? Or no, fourth wall gives you information on people. Or it's just move where you can like predict not certain people's future. I forgot. Like, it's been a minute since I read on this reading, but basically you can tell their movements and he's dodging like perfectly. Boom, 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 and then he'll hit him with one for all. Boom, knocking them down or like disabling them. You feel me? And so everyone's having their their fun, and he's like using his fourth wall skill or his what is it called? It's basically something where you can see people's stat sheet, right? And he looks at everyone's stat sheet, and the thing, what is it called? Their stigma or whatever, or their constellation would be if they were in. I wouldn't say. No, because no. Okay, so instead of constellation, it would be affiliation. He would be glancing around really quickly because he can process information really quickly, and so he would glance and see Invisible Girl, but he wouldn't like. There was like, okay, so like there would be Invisible Girl, and there would be like this even stronger person just pass by, and it would catch his eye that it said something about villains, but he doesn't remember her name or like what she looked like. So he's kind of like, wait, what? And now he's like out searching for her, but he can't find her. And so he just focuses on doing what he was doing originally, like, just, you know what I'm saying, getting his score up. He got the highest score, not in UA history though. Only second to All Might, right? He's only second to All Might. This would piss Bakugo off because this guy was quirkless and now he's better than him. So as everyone's like, okay, I think all the robots are destroyed, the 0-pointer would come. But Midoriya had already prepared for this. He would go into the building, find some sort of rope, and see that the girl is trapped. He would see the girl is trapped under some rubble and she's about to get squished by the 0-pointer. And basically he would tie the rope between two like lampposts. Two lampposts. And his idea was that he was going to grab the girl and try to beat the 0-pointer over the rope. And then he would have this like big like sharp piece of he would have just like a pile of sharp like robot pieces of just like all the robots that they had broken. He was like, everyone gather the sharpest pieces of the robots that you had destroyed. And everyone's like, who's this guy think he is? And he's like, do it! And he ties the rope around the lamppost and he stacks the pieces of the robots. And he's like, all right, on my count, you run. You fucking run. So he goes in and, you know what I'm saying, he knows how to use One For All because in the thing he was reading, the character that would be Bakugo actually gets One For All. And once he teaches him how to use it, but Midoriya, having read all of it, would already know, like, oh, you gotta spread it through his body. Right? So he spreads it through his body, and he's doing the dash. He's like, doom, 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 doom. He's gotta get to her. And this Midoriya is in better shape than Season 4 Midoriya. This guy knows what he's doing. He as a kid, he used to watch those, you know what I'm saying, workout routines on YouTube. Like, oh, this, I'm assuming Naruto does exist in their world, right? It's like, oh, yo, Rock Lee's training. So he would do shit like that all the time. Walk around his block on his hands and shit like that. Dude would be physically built like I don't even fucking know for real. He's just built. And so he's doing that. He's like, dum, 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 dum. Bouncing between buildings. And once he grabs her, he leaps away. And the robot's like about to swing on them. But like with the one arm he's holding her with, he would throw her down to Ida, or he wouldn't throw her, he would drop her and be like, and he would do the Goku where he puts the two fingers on his head, but like I don't know, he would like see like I don't know how to say that, where like they put their fingers on their head and be like sayonara, goodbye. Like if you know the gesture, then you know what I mean. Like it's so confusing to explain. Where they're like, bye. And he drops her to Ida, and he's in mid-air, and then the robot smacks him, boom, into a brick wall. But then he bounces from the brick wall, knocking off one of the robot's arms, and he's like, run! Because the robot's arm is still fucking gigantic. So it falls, and it almost crushes a few people, but Ida manages to get them to safety. And he lands on the ground, and now he's running towards the pile of sharp parts. The robot would trip, the 0-pointer would trip over the rope because he just tied it really well. I don't fucking know. 0-pointer would trip over the rope. Actually, I don't remember how big the 0-pointer was. Still, I'm just gonna make it to where he trips over the damn rope. So he trips over the rope and lands face first on the sharp parts of the other dismantled robots. He's like, phew, did it. Everyone's like, yay! Midoriya, you're the greatest. And he's like, no, I'm just a kid who's kind of smart. You know what I'm saying? He's feeling himself. And then All Might would come down personally and tell him like, oh, young Midoriya, great thinking, great job. And then so would Aizawa. They'd be like, wow. And they'll be like, even without his quirk, he probably could have pulled that off. not the jumping off the wall, breaking off the robot's arm, of course, but like everything else he could pull off, like grabbing her, running away, tripping the robot, and making it land face first, right? He could have pulled that off, and he would be like, thanks, and he would look down at his arm completely busted up because he still used like even though his body's much stronger, he's still not ready for 100% one for all, and he put 100% into that punch, so it knocks the robot. I'm talking about it knocked it clean off, like boom. And he's like, also you showed a great leadership. I would love to have you in 1A, but at this point they didn't know. But saving everybody from that robot put his score above All Might's because of the leadership he showed. He got leadership points, he got hero points, he got rescue points. You feel me? So he all that, and then plus the points he got from the robots. Originally, he would have the highest score in UA history. Now, we'll go home for about a week, and his All Might would offer to take him and his mom out to dinner. All Might tells Midoriya's mom about his whole secret, and I gave your son immense power that could put him in danger, but as long as I'm here, he'll be fine. And she's like, she's happy because he has a strong core. Also, his teacher's All Might, one for all. I mean, one for one thing. Fuck, I said one for all. For one thing, she's excited that his teacher is All Might, and another, they're going out to eat with All Might, motherfucker. So he doesn't expend the rest of his blood form. He's actually in his normal form since no one recognizes him. I don't know how the fuck they don't, because his eyes are black. He has the same black eyes and blue fucking pupils and blonde hair. I don't know how people don't know this, right? The guys eat All Might. I'm assuming All Might gets paid really fucking well because he's All Might, right? Because we never see what bag All Might really be in. He works at UA. He was the hero and the favorite hero of many people. So I imagine his merch sold like crazy, right? So probably got a big bag. Takes him to this really high class, fancy ass restaurant, and Midoriya's just dressed casually, right? And while they're there, Momo Jayorozu would come over and be like, hey, I saw you at the entrance exam. You're Zuki Midoriya, right? And she's like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, how'd you know? Well, because I didn't have to do the exams, but I chose to watch them because she got it on recommendation. So she chose to watch them, and then the leaderboard, because I imagine there's the test area, that whole little plot of land is a test area, and then there's this giant building on the side of a scoreboard, right, or a leaderboard, and he's like, what? And she was like, well, your name was at the top of the leaderboard, and they said that your score surpassed All Might's. And then All Might looking at him crazy, yo, what the he surpassed my score? This kid's even greater than I thought he was, right? They would have their little chit chat, and it's pretty obvious to Midoriya's mom that Momo had a crush on him. He was like, wait, huh? I don't get it, right? But at this point, All Might would be like, hey, I have some guests coming, and it's none other than Melissa Shield and her father, right? So she's like, oh, hey, Uncle All Might, and they know his secret. And she's like, oh, hey, Uncle Toshinori, right? Uncle Toshinori. I forgot. Is Toshinori his first name? Or is that his last name? Fuck, I forgot. But basically she's like, oh, hey, Uncle, whatever, insert first name, or Toshinori, I don't know. Today's, I just woke up, guys. Cut me some slack. So she's like, oh, Uncle Toshi, how you doing? Hey. And you know what I'm saying? They have a little interaction. Midoriya's like, yo, she's kind of bad now. But he's like, oh, who are these people? And he's like, well, this is Professor. Forgot the fuck his whatever the fuck his name was. I forgot his name. And he's like, this is his daughter, Melissa. And he's like, hello, I'm Deku Midoriya. This is my mom. As you can tell, that is Toshinori. Yeah. And like they're like, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of like her uncle. It's kind of like my brother. You feel me? Like they were real close. And so he was like, what? Can't speak. So they would eat together, you know what I'm saying? They'll have their interactions. And while the adults are chopping up, they're just talking, right? They're just discussing about like their children and why All Might doesn't have any children. And then they were okay, since I feel like 15 years before Midoriya was born. Okay, I'm gonna say I want Toshinori not to be Deku's father, but Deku's stepdad, right? He's gonna be Deku's stepdad. I feel like it's still gonna go over well with Deku, but hey, it's whatever, right? So, while the adults are talking about at the table, let's say it's like really high in the fucking air, like that one place in San Antonio where like the shit spins and you're sitting and eating and it's like thousands of feet in the fucking air. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about, bro. Shit's fire, right? They're talking and then Melissa and Deku would be on the elevator. Deku would really be keeping to himself. He didn't take out his phone. Melissa doesn't have a phone, first off. She doesn't have a phone because she's not usually into like social media, all of that. She's usually like doing smart shit with her life. Like she's just being a smart ass motherfucker. She's just building shit. And she asks him, she's like, what do you do on a phone? He's like, you never had a phone? Well, I have, but not anymore. And then he's like, what? How are you a teenager and don't have a phone? The hell? And he's so confused, and he's like describing all the things all qualities of cell phone to her, and she's like, wow, I want a cell phone now, right? And he's like, well, when you get one, here's my number. And he would write it on her arm or some shit. He would write his number on her arm, but whenever you get one, that's my number. Say you don't say they're vibing. And he's like, and then she talks to him she's like, you're good at this. And he's like, good at what? And I feel like he knows what she means, but like you're good at flirting type shit, right? She's like, you're good at this. And he's confused, but like at the same time, he's not confused. So they both leave. They part ways. And she's like, bye, Zuko. Bye, Uncle Toshinori, whatever the fuck. And he's like, bye, Melissa. Bye, Professor. Right? And then All Might looking crazy at Midoriya. And he's like, yo, something wrong, Toshinori? And he's like, she said goodbye to you before she said goodbye to me. He said, yeah, I thought that was just like a sequence of events. We were talking for longer. And then, we were talking today longer than you guys were, since we had nothing better to do. And All Might looking heated, like a finger on my niece, and I'll what is it called? United States smash your face, bro. Don't play. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? About a week later, no, the next day, Melissa gets a phone and tells Midoriya that they are staying in Japan for a while. So the events of the movie probably wouldn't happen. Because one, he'd be America. Two, he'd be fucking America. Anyways, so Next day, Melissa gets a phone and she calls him immediately. And he's like, hey, Zuku, I got a phone. I got a phone now. And then Midoriya's like, just call me Deku. Everyone does. And she's like, a nickname? Tee-hee. You feel me? Alright, so they talk for hours on end before he gets to knock on his door, and he's like, hold up, they'll be on FaceTime for hours, and he'll just be sitting on his bed doing shit, right? And she'll be laying on her bed doing shit, right? And they're mentioned because, you know what I'm saying, they came here from America, I think. This was American people, right? Or no, there was the island. It was the fucking island. They lived on that island shit. Regardless, her dad's a famous scientist. That nigga got money. So she's laying in her bed doing shit. He's sitting on his bed doing shit before he gets a knock on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Who's it? Toshinori. And he came to personally deliver Midoriya's acceptance letter. And he said, don't be surprised if you were to make it in. Now, what I was going to do originally was them decline him because he's too strong. But then I realized, nah, because I actually want to go through those arcs and see how he interacts with everybody in those arcs, according to my mind and according to how I want to tell the story. Also, this part's going to be about 30 minutes. Yay, long videos, guys. I know you love long videos, regardless. So he let him know, he's like, yo, don't be surprised if you pass. And Midoriya's like, of course, like, I'm going to pass, of course. It's like a no, it's like no, like nothing at all, right? But when he opens it and the disc falls out, Melissa's also on FaceTime. All Might's not in the room. He's downstairs talking to Inko. Midoriya's upstairs in his room. The disc opens and it's not All Might. It's the big three. Amajiki, Mirio, forgot Shorty's name. Is it Kagami? No. I forgot. Shorty with the energy quirk, right? It's all them, and they're like, yo, welcome to UA. Like, welcome to UA. It's them instead of All Might. And he's like, what? These are the... And she's like, who are they? Because she's not Japanese, she wouldn't know. Even though these people are like celebrities, right? He's like, these are the big three of UA. And he's like, you're talking about Lemillion, Sun Eater, and Shorty's name, I forgot. I'm sorry, we have not seen that much of her. Like, we see so much of Lemillion and Sun Eater, but then she's like barely. I love her, like I really do. That's my wife, but like, I don't know her name. Alright, he's like, oh, you're talking about Lemillion, Sun Eater, and that one chick. He's like, yeah, Mirio, Amajiki, and Shorty. And he's like, wait, how do you know their names? And she's like, wait, how do you know their names? Well, because... And then it's a flashback. And he was training on the beach, and Amajiki and Mirio would show up and be like, yo, y'all doing some pretty fine training here. Mind if I join? And then Amajiki's like, I want to join too. Quiet ass. And he's like, hey, I want to join too. And all three of them training with All Might. So that's 4 people. Right? Which made him so much stronger than he. That's what I said. In my other Widows, where he gets trained by All Might more, he's still stronger than he can. But in this one, he's way stronger because of the fact that he's also training with 2 pro hero level people. Strength is immeasurable by the first years, right? No one in the first years can touch Midoriya. Not only physically, but mentally, on the scale of the shit he's on, right? And she's like, what? You trained? Dude, these guys are like celebrities. And he's like, yeah, I know. She's like, oh, you could be a celebrity too. And he's like, that's not really for me. Anyways, guys, Midoriya's gonna end up being a celebrity. Yeah. So, first day of UA, and you know what? All Might's gonna recommend Melissa into UA as a support course student. And since her dad is famous or whatever the fuck, she can just do whatever she wants. But she can still only take support course classes. Because like her dad would donate like a bunch of fucking money to the school, and everyone would be like, holy shit. Like, okay, this girl, you don't want to upset her because her dad just donated tons of fucking money. You know, like they're not like the number one hero school in Japan. I want to see what like American UA is like. I don't know if y'all seen the parody or not parody. It's more like a spin-off, but it's called UALA by I forgot his name. It's really good though. I fucking love it. I honestly, if it doesn't get a full show, I'ma probably be fucking pissed. You don't understand. Christopher Cowan. C. Cowan, right? Christopher Cowan. Is that his name? Dude, that shit is so fucking good, bro. Honestly, go watch it right now. I will let you come back to the video because holy shit, it is really good regardless. I mean, just like the effects and everything. Alright, so first day of UA, he goes into 1A and he's sitting in his spot, as of course as first seat. Sitting close to the window, he's like staring off into space type shit. He's not emo, he's just like, ooh, look a bird. Like, he's just odd timing, right? And he knew that someone was gonna come talk to him because once again, Bakugo would have been number one seat, or the character that was portrayed kind of like Bakugo would have been number one seat if Midoriya didn't exist. And the person that came to talk to him was talking to him about how he's the strongest and shit. So he would turn around, and it's none other than Yaoyorozu. Now, because in the comic or whatever, the person was just some random NPC. Like, cause like the character didn't have any like thought out designs at all. It was just like it would be like one of those gray humans with like a label, like just a gray human, and it would be like classmate on his head, and it would be Yaoyorozu, like you're so cool, like you're the one who's like, I can't believe I get to share a class with someone so strong. He's like, I'm not all that yet. And then these motherfuckers, Amajiki and Mirio, walk in with Shorty, and they're like, Midoriya. Everyone's like, yo, why are they here? And then Aizawa wakes up and was like, hey, you should all leave. And he's like, and they're like, we're just saying hi to our favorite little first year, right? And they said, favorite? Everyone's confused because like Sun Eater, Lemillion, and whatever the fuck Shorty's name is, they're like, yo, first All Might, then the big three. This guy has to be insane. And we're gonna find out Shorty's name after this video. But Shorty also has a crush on you. That's you Shorty keep bagging right now. I didn't go cap to you. Feel me? So, first day of UA, it's time for the what's it called? Physical aptitude test or whatever the fuck. Ball throw. Midoriya places second. Only to Ochako, who got Infinity. Race, I don't think he would beat Ida because Ida has a fucking speed quirk. However, he'd be pretty close second. Side to side steps. They did this in the show, but now since he's the main character, he would know when he would do the same thing that the main character would do. he will tell Aizawa to take a gun and shoot at his feet, and he'll have a bullet in his feet if he's not picking them. So he does it, and since the main character did something like this in the comic, he would know, like, oh, okay, side to side steps. So he'll know when he shoot, boom, he's on the other foot, boom, he's on the other foot, boom, 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 boom. He's dodging the shit. So now he's got number one in that. And then the long jump, he came third. He came third to Ochako and Bakugo. No. I want to say he came. Let's go fourth. He came fourth from Ochako, Bakugo, and then Ida. So he's fourth. Right? Bakugo and Ochako would get Infinity. Ida would get something really far, and Midoriya would get something almost equally as far, right? And since they were too shocked by Midoriya to say that the exam was fun, no one would get expelled, so Mineta gets to stay. If you don't know, I love Mineta. If you don't love Mineta, fuck you. I think the community hates Mineta because he's perverted. I swear, if Mineta was a fucking, like, sweetheart, and, like, he was, like, the nicest motherfucker on the planet, the community would love him. Because look at him, he's so small and fucking adorable. Like, I don't know. Mineta is fucking cool. You know what? Midoriya is actually gonna make friends with Mineta. He's like, I think the short motherfucker, I think he's funny, right? So after their little altitude test, they'll go back to class and just learn their basic subject. Because that whole little altitude test would take the whole hero training class period. And so they would learn their basic subjects. As they're going to English, because I just want to say that's their first, or it's not English, it would be Japanese, grammar, reading, whatever the fuck. Language arts, right? They go to language arts, and when they go in there, Melissa would be in there, and she's like, well, I'm not really that strong, I don't have a quirk, but I am probably the smartest person in the school right now. And so I'm qualified to take regular course classes with the 1A students. He's like, oh, that's cool. He sits next to her, they're being talkative the whole period, kind of because they're almost like the two smartest people in the fucking school. Reason I say almost, Deku has the best cognitive ability. Like, he can process shit like really fast, think like really quick on his toes. But if we're talking about just, like, broad smarts and shit, making shit, doing all that shit, so it would go first to third, it would be Melissa, May, and then Deku. Is my theory or my thought process. Right? Actually, general knowledge of shit, it would be first to fourth being Melissa, May, Momo, and then Deku. Smart. So yeah, he wouldn't really have to pay attention to general studies because all that shit's easy. Not general studies, but like, wait, what is it called? Classes you have to take, right? He would easily do those. And yeah. So, hero versus villain training thingy. We'll do that in the next part. So I think I'm gonna do within 2 days because like that's just working for me. So actually, the next video is going to be on the new Minma video. It's gonna be on Wednesday. It's gonna be on next Wednesday because today is Saturday, if I'm correct. So it will be on a Wednesday, right? Because I have things to do that this Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So the memo will be on Wednesday, and I'll record the third part to this on the Friday. I'll drop the third part to this on a Friday, right? You know what I'm saying? If you have any other suggestions, comment them down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.